In a modest home nestled at the edge of a sleepy town, 20-year-old Ki-chan moved through life with a quiet unease. The walls, painted a dull beige, seemed to absorb the sounds of his existence. The creaking of the floorboards, the soft rustle of papers, and the faint melody of a lonely wind that whispered through the window. His mother had left when he was just a child, leaving behind an emptiness that was as palpable as the evening shadows that stretched across his small room. The absence of her laughter, her warmth created a hollow space in his heart, a void he didn't know how to articulate. Ki-chan lived with his father, a man whose love was buried beneath layers of hard work and weariness. Their conversations often reduced to polite exchanges about daily chores and trivialities. Life floated by in a series of idle days, punctuated only by the soft glow of a television in the evenings or the clatter of dishes in the sink. Ki-chan felt lost, a ship adrift without a compass, yearning for connection but unsure how to grasp it. His heart, though heavy with solitude, beat with a quiet curiosity about the world beyond his doorstep. Then everything shifted with the arrival of Yoon-soo. She was young and vibrant, a spark of life that entered their home with a mix of enthusiasm and nervousness. As Ki-chan's father married her, the atmosphere transformed instantly. On her first day, she wore a bright blue dress that seemed to mirror the sky, and when she smiled at Ki-chan, the warmth of her gaze was like sunlight breaking through dense clouds. She brought with her the aroma of home-cooked meals, the kind that lingered in the air long after the plates had been cleared. And she tried to engage Ki-chan with small talk, her voice a hopeful melody in the otherwise muted symphony of their lives. However, for Ki-chan, Yoon-soo's presence awakened feelings he didn't know he possessed. He found himself captivated by the way she moved gracefully through the room, the gentle sway of her hair, and the laughter that danced in her eyes. As he observed her, confusion wrapped around him, a burgeoning attraction that felt both thrilling and terrifying. He had missed the feminine warmth of his mother, and now, as he stood on the precipice of adulthood, Yoon-soo's kindness ignited a yearn in him, pushing him closer to a bond he didn't fully understand. Yoon-soo, with her kind heart, misread the intensity of Ki-chan's gaze. She saw him as the son of her husband, a young man in need of nurturing, and her approach was gentle, filled with the intention of fostering a new familial connection. Yet, as her kindness met his deeper longing, the boundaries of their relationship began to blur. Ki-chan's heart raced with each time her laughter echoed through the house, but he felt the weight of guilt as it danced alongside his burgeoning feelings. As days turned into weeks, the household settled into a rhythm, but underneath the surface, the air thickened with unspoken words. Ki-chan's father, oblivious to the escalating tension, continued his routines, praising Yoon-soo for her efforts and believing all was well. Meanwhile, Ki-chan found solace in fleeting moments, a shared gaze that lingered too long, or the softness in Yoon-soo's voice when she asked about his day. Each moment became a double-edged sword, filled with both hope and torment. Complicating matters further was Min-jong, a girl from Ki-chan's social circle whose heart had quietly yearned for his affection. She admired him from afar, captivated by his gentle smile and introspective nature. But when she stumbled upon a moment between Ki-chan and Yoon-soo, a brief exchange that hinted at something more than mere familial warmth, her world shattered. Jealousy clawed at her heart as she grappled with the bitter taste of betrayal. How could Ki-chan, the object of her unrequited affection, steer towards someone she deemed off-limits? Caught in a turbulent emotional triangle, the three of them navigated their new reality. Ki-chan, torn between desire and guilt, was haunted by the ache of his loneliness, while Yoon-soo wrestled with her role as a stepmother and the unexpected stirrings of her own heart. Min-jong, bearing witness to their unspoken connection, felt the weight of a secret that threatened to shatter them all. To maintain a semblance of harmony, Ki-chan and Yoon-soo struck a fragile secret would remain hidden. Min-jong's acceptance, born from a mix of understanding and heartache, turned her into a silent observer, locked in the turmoil of her own feelings. She felt the sting of loss, not just for the affection she aspired to, but for the innocence that was slipping through her fingers. As the days passed, ordinary moments brimmed with tension. Shared meals became heavy with unspoken words, while casual walks shimmered with the weight of hidden truths. Ki-chan found himself oscillating between desire and guilt, grappling with the consequences of his heart's longing. Yunso, lying awake at night, questioned her choices, reflecting on the boundaries she had crossed and the person she once was. They both felt the strain of their connection, knowing it was fraught with complications that could destroy everything they held dear. Eventually, the truth of their situation could no longer be ignored. Ki-chan's father sensed the shift in their household, the quiet dinners and awkward silences, the stress of a new family dynamic. In the midst of his oblivion, Ki-chan, Yunso, and Minjong found themselves at a crossroads, their hearts burdened with the weight of unspoken words and the need for honesty. The climax of their tangled lives came not in a dramatic confrontation, but in a moment of introspection where choices loomed large. Ki-chan recognized the emotional toll of their silent pact, while Yunso faced her own reckoning, forced to choose between the life she had committed to and the feelings she yearned to suppress. Minjong, though heartbroken, stood at the precipice of decision, weighing the cost of silence against the need for truth. In the end, it was courage that paved the way forward. Ki-chan stepped back from his pursuit, understanding that his immaturity had led to confusion and hurt. Yunso recommitted to her role as a wife, acknowledging the complexities of love tempered by responsibility. Herself to seek healing, rather than remain trapped in a cycle of pain. As the story concluded, the household began to navigate a new equilibrium. Ki-chan, having grown through his experience, learned to embrace his loneliness and desires while establishing healthy boundaries. Yunso reconciled her identity as a stepmother with the woman she aspired to be. Minjong, wounded yet wiser, stepped into a future where her heart could heal and love could flourish once more. The tale ended with a bittersweet note of hope, a reminder that relationships evolve, truths are confronted, and every character walked away with a deeper understanding of the intricate dance of love, duty, and the delicate nature of emotional boundaries.